and gentlemen, Street Talk and Other Stuff. Mike, Maddog, Magnotti. It's good to see you here on this fine Monday morning in July. You know, I had a question the other day. You know that I love June. I've talked about it. Why doesn't February move as fast as June does? Never been able to understand it. It's a couple days shorter, but that month, February, just goes on and on and on and on. I'm surprised it's still not February now. But hey, thanks for tuning in today. Now, I want to remind you of something that we'll talk about a little later in the show. Twilight Theater, a show being put on by, I can't remember the name of the theater company right now, but The Tempest opens at the Numerica Performing Arts Center this weekend, this Thursday night. This is going to be a great show. I think it's running 3 weekends. You can go to Numerica Pack or Wenatchee Pack. You can Google it. It'll bring you right to the website and tell you where to get the tickets. Please consider going. If you've never been to a live theater performance, check it out. The Tempest opens up this weekend. But hey, nice to have you here today. Just a few interesting things before we start. You know, my wife recently went to the doctor, and now when you go to the doctor, they question about mental health in your family. And the doctor said to my wife, "Is there any insanity in your family?" And my wife said, "Yes, as a matter of fact. My husband thinks he's in charge of things." And then, you know, reminding me, it's my oldest, well, okay, you know I have a half-sister, not going to all that day, but my sister Jean today turned 70. It's her birthday. And it got me thinking about stories from the past, and I don't look like my siblings, not at all. I'm the middle kid of the 5 of us, and I don't look like any of them. I always wondered, I didn't feel like I felt in. So I went to my mother once years ago, and I said, "Mom, was I adopted?" And she just got sad, and she started to cry softly, and she says, "Yes, dear, you were, but it didn't work out, and they brought you back." Now, this wasn't my family, but I heard this story a while ago. This really rich guy was having Thanksgiving dinner with his family, and he's got 6 kids. He's got 2 sons and 4 daughters. They're all married, and they're sitting around Thanksgiving dinner, and they're about to, you know, say grace, and the rich old guy looks around and says, "You know, I got 6 kids. You're all married, and not one of you has given me a grandchild. I would give $1 million to the people who brought me a grandchild, my first grandchild." So he said, "Well, let's pray for the meal." So he folded his hands, he bowed his head, and he prayed. When he opened his eyes, he said, "Amen," opened his eyes. He was the only one left at the table. Okay, Street Talk and Other Stuff. I got a really cool guest for you today, but hey, you stick around. We'll be right back.
La primavera ya está aquí en Town Nissan y también nuestros carros certificados como este Nissan Altima y este Nissan Rogue. Cada uno de estos vehículos pasa por 167 puntos de inspección. Estás cubierto por 7 años o 100,000 millas de garantía y te puedes ahorrar miles de dólares en estos modelos populares. Y hablando de las mejores garantías de América, 5 años o 100,000 millas en todas las trocas nuevas Titan. Compra inteligentemente y con confidencia en el Town Nissan, atrás de la Casco en East Wenatchee.
When you have to get there on time and looking good, call Fast, Friendly, Reliable AC Checker, 663-TAXI. Available 24/7, AC Checker Taxi has the industry's only on-time or it's free guarantee for your pre-booked call. Some conditions apply. Call 663-8294. AC Checker, 663-TAXI. Schedule your ride ASAP or book up to a year in advance online at azchecker.com. American Classic Checker Taxi, 663-TAXI. That's 663-8294.
Bring the whole family up to Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house in historic downtown Chelan. Applewood smoked brisket, street-style tacos, and our award-winning barbecue rubs and sauces. Our meals pair perfectly with our exciting lineup of craft ales, made right here in Chelan. We've got room for big groups, or give us a call for catering. So grab the kids and check out the fun at Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house located in the heart of Chelan.
You don't have to be a member to enjoy the view and dine-in style at Highlander Bar and Grill in East Wenatchee. Open 7 days a week, Highlander Grill offers breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Dine in or take it to go, our friendly staff is here to serve you. Reservations recommended for Friday night's prime rib dinner. Call for live music dates. Hi, I'm Shalane, site coordinator for Highlander Grill. Give me a call to schedule your event today.
Okay, we're back. Street Talk and Other of stuff, and my guest today is Mr. Robert Cox. Mr. Cox, nice to have you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, now you
Nice
are
to
the
be here.
new executive director of the Performing Arts Center.
That's correct.
Do you realize how important your job is in this community?
I am beginning to.
Okay,
You know,
cool.
I've only been on the job 5 days.
All right.
So I'm brand spanking new.
Yeah.
But I have met an awful lot of people and talked to an awful lot of people in those 5 days. So I'm beginning to get an idea.
Well, I say that because we have the potential here to become a real force in the entertainment industry, particularly live theater, which of course I'm excited about. But the PAC it's been a real mover and shaker, So I do not envy you, But you look like you got broad shoulders, so.
Yeah, I've been doing this a long time.
All right, cool.
So and by that I don't mean I know exactly what to do. I mean I know how to help
Right.
move an organization forward.
Okay. Well, you said when we first started, you said that you've been listening, and I was really impressed by that.
That's what I call it, the listening tour. So I'm on the listening tour right now, where what I'm doing is traveling around the theater, meeting the staff, meeting the board of directors, and listening to everybody, asking questions. Pretty much what you're doing. I'm asking questions so that I can understand how the cohesiveness happens, how everything operates, how it pushes forward, and everything from where it's been to trying to work at figuring out where it's going.
Okay, cool. All right, well, tell us a little bit about yourself. Give us a little background,
Sure.
personal stuff, any secrets. And you can tell secrets because nobody watches the show. Just you and me. Just you and me talking.
Oh, okay. All right. That's good. I watch this show.
Okay, cool.
I'm sure everybody out there, they understand. A lot of people watch this show. My background, I grew up in a military family.
Mm-hmm.
My father's a retared colonel in the Army.
Oh, cool. Full colonel?
No, a light colonel.
Oh, okay, all right.
2 tours of Vietnam and retired wounded.
Okay.
But
Well, thank him for his service.
thank you. I
yeah.
absolutely, I will and I do all the
Good.
time.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And
I'm sure.
so he had my parents had 4 kids, 3 boys, 1 girl. All 3 boys went into the military at one point or another.
Oh,
Actually, we
interesting.
all went into the Army, not just the military. But
Yeah.
we were all Army, but different areas, infantry and
Mm-hmm.
JAG, and I was in military intelligence, which is not an oxymoron. But
I want you to be impressed by the fact that I did not tell that.
I saw the look on your face. I had an idea.
No, I got huge respect for the military. I really do. I really do. So,
Yeah, they're the ones. You know, I have great respect for them as well. After I got out of the service, I went to college and got my bachelor's degree in acting.
Oh, really?
I got a Bachelor of Fine Arts in acting.
Where'd you go?
I went to Auburn University.
Okay.
And after that, worked for a Shakespeare festival. So I worked for the Alabama Shakespeare Festival, which is also not an oxymoron. But,
You saw the look on my face. That one too.
So,
Why forsooth?
Yeah, exactly.
What lies through yonder window breaks? Sorry. Sorry, if you're from Alabama, I'm sorry.
trust me, I understand.
I'm sure you understand.
I understand completely. And I would have thought so too, but they were a phenomenal place. And, they started off in a high school auditorium kind of thing with $500 that the founder borrowed from his mother. And they built it up to such a highly reputable place that Red Blunt, who was the Postmaster General under Richard Nixon,
Okay, I thought I recognized the name. from
called them
somewhere
up and said, if you will bring your theater down to the capital, which is Montgomery, Alabama, I will give you a $29 million theater and 21 acres of land to put it on.
Wow.
And so the actual
Wow.
finished
Oh,
product, you
gosh.
should Google it. The finished product is one of the most beautiful theaters. It looks like you just walked into an Italian architectural festival.
Really?
It's gorgeous, really, really beautiful. And they have the lakes with the black swans floating around.
Oh, okay.
So I worked for them for a couple of years.
Okay.
My job was I traveled around the state teaching Shakespeare to kids on how to enjoy it, how to listen to it, because Shakespeare's difficult, right?
It is.
It's flowery language, and they do and say things that we don't.
Yeah.
And so my job was to travel around and teach kids how to understand what the issue was. So you learn the tricks of Shakespeare and the way that he did it, and you learn how to understand it, and it's more fun.
Right, I would imagine.
And then I taught the teachers how to teach that, what I was teaching, to the kids, so that they wouldn't treat it as literature, because Shakespeare and any classical plays were never written to be read.
You know, Pete Kapler just told me that. I had Pete on last week because Pete's the director of The Tempest.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And I asked him, and I'm not a Shakespeare buff at all. You know, I mean, I loved Zeffirelli's Romeo and Juliet, which puts me in 99% of the population.
Yeah, right.
who saw it. But I asked him, I said, should I read it before I go to help me understand? He said, no, don't. He says, because it's not to be read, it's to be watched as a live theater presentation. He says, you're not going to really enjoy it if you read it, it'll just confuse you, but come see it, which I certainly plan to do, because my daughter, Marie Scanlon, is in it.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I wasn't aware. I saw them rehearsing the other day. It looked really terrific.
Yeah.
And it's outside, you know.
Right, right.
It's out in the
It's in that little
courtyard.
courtyard.
So this is the first time they've done anything out there. And I was watching while they were putting the platforms together and getting it all set up. And, you know, this is the play that takes place. It starts off with a big storm.
Right.
And so they've got the rolling platform that rolls around like a ship. And it looks like it's going to be a great production.
Okay.
Very exciting.
So where were you before you came to Wenatchee? You said you got here 2 years ago, and what brought you here? So
I came here, I was working, 3 years ago, I was working for Amazon.
Okay.
And I was responsible for the East Coast operations and buildings. Everything basically from Manhattan down to southern New Jersey. And I was taking care of that business for them. One day I got a call from London. And the man on the phone said, listen, I understand you're working for Amazon, and I would like
London,
to know.
England?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, and I was
I've heard
surprised.
of that. I've heard of that place. I've been there, actually.
Have you?
Yeah.
I have not been there
Long
yet.
story, but
Love
you
to go. So he said, what would it take to get you away from Amazon and come to work for Microsoft? And these are clients. I didn't work directly for them. I worked through other companies. And so I went to my wife and I said, you know, she's a native New Yorker. So I said, after all these years, dear, would you consider moving to Washington State? And she said, well, let me think about that. And she started watching videos of Wenatchee.
Yeah.
There's a series of 3 videos called We Are Wenatchee.
Yeah, yeah.
Terrific, terrific videos.
Sure.
And I came home and she had tears in her eyes, and she said, you know, this place
To
is
make
beautiful.
a native New Yorker cry, baby, you know.
And she's tough. So
I'll bet. I'll
so
bet,
yeah, it was. She said that the place is beautiful, the people seem really friendly, and then she started watching other videos.
Yeah.
Of people going to the grocery store. People do this nowadays. They take their phone and put it on the dash and say, I'm going to the grocery store. And they drive to the grocery store, and that's, you know, that's the video. And so after a while, after about 2 days, she said, you know what? The people seem really friendly.
Well, yeah.
It's a beautiful place, and it's extremely arts-oriented.
Yeah, yeah.
And she said, you know what? Let's give it a try.
Okay, now, did you come out and visit before you actually?
I
guess
came
you would.
for 1 day.
Oh, really?
I
So
flew
she
out
came here sight unseen.
Oh,
to
she
move
came out.
here?
Well, she knew the place better than I did
Oh,
when we
okay,
got
all
here
right.
because she'd seen 100 videos.
Yeah.
So we came driving down Wenatchee Ave, and she was going, oh, I know what this is. Over there is the Owl, the fountain shop, and I know what's over there.
Cool,
And
cool.
it was very cool, and it was very strange because she really knew if you go 2 blocks down and take a right, there's a barbecue place, you know. And so.
And there is indeed a barbecue
And
place.
there is indeed,
you know.
yeah, exactly right. In fact, the day that I came to actually meet with the people about the job down at the data centers, she directed me where to eat. She said, go here, go there, to
Really?
the left, and yeah, exactly. So it was fun, and she did come sight unseen, so to speak, and so did I, because all I saw while I was here was Wenatchee Ave.
Yeah, right.
And she asked me, what did the town look like? And I said, I don't know, because I didn't really see it. I saw the main drag with all of the businesses and the car dealerships and all, but I said, I didn't really get to see the town as it, you know, as it really looks.
Yeah, no, it's quite a place. I love it here. Yeah, my brother called me up. I was 19 years old, living in New Jersey. My brother called me up Sunday evening, and it's funny, I had just lost my job that day. I was floundering in school big time because I was directionless, so to speak.
Right.
I had broken up with a girl I'd liked. I was trying to get back with her, and she wasn't giving me much response. My brother said, I think you should move out to Wenatchee. This was on Sunday night. By Wednesday, I was here. So. But hey, okay, we're talking to Mr. Robert Cox. He is the new executive director of the Performing Arts Center. We haven't talked much about that, but we will. But we got to take a break. We're going to come back. We're going to talk more with Mr. Cox about his plans for the Performing Arts Center and just whatever else comes to mind. So stick around. Street Talk and other stuff. We'll be right back. So.
Hi, this is Brian Snyder with Black Rock Asphalt Services here in Wenatchee, your local Black Rock seal coat company. Have you looked at your driveway or parking lot lately? Is it gray and oxidized? Does it have cracks that have not been taken care of? Or do you have striping that is pretty much non-existent? Please give us a call locally here, 509-665-9769. Learn more at blackrockasphaltsealcoating.com.
If you want to work in healthcare, choose the program that teaches the skills employers want. The Charter College Medical Assistant Program combines hands-on learning in the lab with convenient online learning, plus real-life experience with an externship. Classes start every 5 weeks, so you don't have to wait to launch your new career. Enroll with confidence, knowing Charter is institutionally accredited by the Accrediting Bureau of Health Education Schools, and be ready to work in less than a year. Charter College. We work to get you to work.
I'm Tom from Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. At Alpine Air, we think of ourselves as customer service-oriented retailers. When you make an appointment, please visit our store, meet our people, see our shop. We are serious about heating and air conditioning. Carrier and Alpine Air are offering huge factory rebates and financing options for all your needs. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Call for your free replacement estimate. Heat and air, call Alpine Air, 662-6846.
Okay, we're back. I'm talking with Mr. Robert Cox. He's the new executive director of the Performing Arts Center. I want to tell you, on behalf of the community, you have our full support because it's a major, major, major job. Because the Performing Arts Center is just an important part of this community. I was standing on the stage last night. We're in the middle of, we just started rehearsals for Hand on a Hard Body.
Right.
It's a beautiful space. It's a beautiful space. So, but.
Yeah, it is. It is a beautiful space, and it should be the heart of the community.
Yeah.
That really is the purpose of it. That's what it's there to do. And I think that's one of the things that they've done a great job with is bringing the community in every conceivable way that they can in terms of getting people involved, getting people. I'll give you an example. We met a family there. The father is and it's just an average family.
Right.
Just a group, parents, 4 kids. The father is a police sergeant for East Wenatchee.
Okay.
The mother is a stay-at-home mom, but she does homeschooling for all the kids. Mm-hmm. She has a master's degree in psychology and education. And the kids, there's 4 of them. There's the oldest is Abby, Molly, Sophie, and Henry. Okay. They all dance, so we were there. Really? I was there to see what was going on that day. Yeah. And they were all on stage dancing. Mm-hmm. The oldest one must be one of the rising stars of the local dance troupe.
Fabulous Feet?
Fabulous Feet, right. Thank you. Yeah, that's what it was, Fabulous
Melissa
Feet.
Miller?
Yes.
An incredible choreographer. Oh my gosh.
Terrific stuff. I had a great time. We thoroughly
enjoyed ourselves. And her daughter Tricia, phenomenal.
Yeah. And the kids were all terrific. And then we met these kids. They spend half of their lives at the Performing Arts Center doing dance recitals. The entire family was in the Christmas show.
Nutcracker?
Nutcracker, thank you.
Right, okay.
Yeah, they were all in Nutcracker.
Cool.
They all are involved, and that's like I say, that's just one family
Yeah.
out of all of the,
Well, they've got the stage kids now, they've got Short experience, and I think most of those people use your facility now, don't they?
I think
know-
that they,
I know
I think,
Stage-
I don't know for sure
I know
about
Stage
Short
Kids does,
Experience, because
okay.
they may have done something before I started.
Yeah, okay.
Since I just got there.
All right, well, like, what are you looking at your biggest challenges coming up?
Biggest challenges, my biggest challenge right now is getting to know everything.
Okay.
And getting to know everybody. There's a lot to it. There's a lot that makes it work and a lot that makes it go on. At the same time that I'm getting to know the community better, because when I was managing the Microsoft data centers,
Yeah.
I was never here. I spent most of my time down in Quincy, and so I would come back here and I would meet as many people as I could just to get to know the community. But right now, my biggest job is learning, understanding, figuring out how it works, and how are we going to move forward to grow the theater
Yeah.
and to do even more, to bring in more people from the community.
Now, well, that's the thing. What I've observed is that there's a lot of people who are just not familiar with the rich expanse of live theater that we have here, not to mention all the other stuff you do. Of course,
Right.
because the live theater part is what I'm most involved in. I mean, I run into people and, hey, Mike, what are you doing? How you doing, Mom? I'm in this show, Hands on Heart. What's that? Well, it's the Hot August Night Show. What's that? Well, I mean, we've been having great response for that particular program, but there's so many people who don't know. And if you've never been to a live performance, The Tempest is a great one to
The
start with.
Tempest is coming up. It starts
It starts this Thursday night, I
This
believe.
Thursday night,
Yeah,
yeah,
but we've
yeah.
got a whole lineup of stuff coming up.
Oh, yes.
So-
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so how do we do that? How do we get more people?
How do you get the word out? That's part of what I'm learning right now.
Yeah.
In terms of learning what it is that we're already doing. We have marketing people. We have, we do all of the standard media, so posters go out, flyers go out, and I've seen them all over the place.
Right.
Doing things like this show is
Okay.
a great way to get the word out there that shows are going on,
Yeah.
that
And I sent out
there's a
50
place.
invites over Facebook today for people to come
Doing
to the
Facebook,
Tempest.
and we have people on Facebook and Twitter, and when I understand better exactly where our information is going and how we're getting it there, I'll have a better idea
Okay.
of what we can do in addition, because there are so many things you can do to get the word out there, to let people know that this is going on. And part of that is growing the amount of things that we're doing.
Yeah.
So the more that we do, the more people will be involved, and the more the people will see that things are going on over there.
Yeah. No, because I've had people who've come to a live theater performance and they're, oh my gosh, this is really cool, I mean, I know it's not for everybody, but I think a lot more people would really enjoy it if they just gave it a shot.
Yeah.
Now, something else you do, I want to imagine, because I'm gonna put in a shameless plug here, okay? I mean, not common for me. But you do the movie night once a month.
That's right.
Okay? And I used to nag Matt Cabin about this. I said, a great movie for movie night would be Ben-Hur. And he said, oh, good idea. He says, but you have to sponsor it. I know, God, but man, I am a minuscule businessman. I don't have that. He first told me the sponsorship fee was $500. Mm-hmm. And I looked to Rosie, my wife. I said, we could do that. Because I'm a one-man counseling agency, But then I found out it was $700, and I said, no, that's kind of crossing the line. So look, if somebody out there thinks that Ben-Hur should be on the big screen, and that's, again, I mean, the Performing Arts Center once a month.
Yep.
They've got a movie night. You did Big Lebowski a little while ago.
Right.
The night that, they were supposed to return from Back to the Future last year.
Right.
They did Back to the Future, and they all said, oh, we ended up in, this, and we all cheered because it was that date. But if you want to go in with me on sponsoring Ben-Hur, okay, let me know. Maddog at NWI.net. You can contact me, because that'd be a great show.
I think that's a great idea. That would be terrific
We
fun.
took our surrogate daughter to see Gone with the Wind a while back. 'Cause I
Right.
remember seeing that was a few years ago.
The opportunity to see movies like Gone with the Wind or Ben-Hur in a large theater format
Yeah,
instead
and
of on TV.
Oh, yeah,
which
you need to
I
see
grew up
them.
watching those movies on television. My parents actually were lucky enough to go to the opening of Gone with the
Oh,
Wind
really?
at the Fox Theater in Atlanta.
Oh, wow,
all
cool.
those decades ago.
Yeah, a long
but
time ago.
I wasn't. I've always watched it on television, so that's a great idea. And it's a terrific program to get people in.
Okay, so what's your overall vision? What are you thinking let's say, 2 years from now or whatever, what are you saying that you want to see for the PAC?
I would like to see the PAC continue all of the good work that they're doing and expand on it. And exactly what those programs would be, I don't know yet, because I'm just getting rolling.
Sure.
But I have ideas for programming.
Right.
That if we can put them into place, will not only grow the experience of people coming into the theater, but it will also grow the educational outreach
Okay,
that the
cool.
theater does out into the schools locally and even.
No, that's a great idea. That's really cool. I'd like to see that come about.
Thank you. I would too.
Because it's just a beautiful facility, Like, again, I was standing on the stage last night. Well, my high school was terrible, there was no fly space. We had like 6 feet on either side of the wings. But I'm going, my God, this is really great. And, for what's nice about that theater is that for the Hot August night shows, I don't know if you knew this yet, but we do all the shows right on stage.
Right.
Okay, we don't use the auditorium part. We limit seating to 200. That's why we're doing, I think, 1 million performances to be able to get it done. But hey, we're talking with Mr. Robert Cox. He is the new executive director of the Performing Arts Center. Very, very important job. And this man has wide shoulders. We're very glad to have it. Very capable person, we're finding out today. But hey, we're going to come back, make another plug for the Tempest, say goodbye to Robert in a few minutes, but we got to take one last break, so stick around. Street Talk and other stuff. We'll be right back.
I'm Tom from Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. At Alpine Air, we think of ourselves as customer service-oriented retailers. When you make an appointment, please visit our store, meet our people, see our shop. We are serious about heating and air conditioning. Carrier and Alpine Air are offering huge factory rebates and financing options for all your needs. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Call for your free replacement estimate. Heat and air, call Alpine Air, 662-6846.
I told Mr. Nielsen about Simon. He's the best doctor because I like the medicines like he gives me.
He asks like more questions, and that's why I feel like he's more interested in the health. For me, it means a lot. That means he really cares about him.
I like you, Simon, and you're my best friend.
Only one dealership in Wenatchee has Motor Trend's SUV of the Year and Truck of the Year. That's right, Town Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram has the all-new Jeep Wrangler and the all-new Ram 1500 pickup. Or get the best of both worlds in the new Jeep Gladiator. Visit Town Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram today for more information on these award winners and see why there's no reason to leave town to buy your next vehicle.
Okay, Street Talk and other stuff. Mike, Maddog, Magnotti, we're back. We've been talking with Mr. Robert Cox, who's the new executive director of the Performing Arts Center, Numerica Performing Arts Center. Mr. Cox, thank you very much.
It's been my pleasure.
Hey, look, anything you need, you let me know, and I'll tell you who to go to get it from.
I started saying I'll take you up on
But
that.
you need support. No, that's great. But hey, Street Talk and other stuff. I want to again promote the Tempest. Now, this is a great show. Just go and Google Wenatchee PAC or Numerica Performing Arts Center. It'll bring you to tickets. Try and see. You'll love it. Live theater is just a great thing, and we are just starting rehearsals for Hands on a Hard Body, Hot August Nights. It begins August 2nd or 3rd, I believe. But hey, Street Talk and other stuff. Mike, Maddog, Magnotti, appreciate you being here. We will see you next week. Bye-bye.